We have a major Steve Austin WrestleMania update, plus the latest on the next Bloodline member, and have WWE revealed their next NXT call-up. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Oh, hell yes, says Steve Williams as he heads towards the ring to, no doubt, drop some stone cold stunners and chug a couple of them cheeky Steve Weissers. It's Steve Austin.
This is very, very interesting and exciting. Definitely, first of all, certainly for the people who are going to be there in attendance at WrestleMania week this year, of course, because Steve Austin did indeed get that call from WWE. It was announced yesterday that Stone Cold Steve Austin will be appearing at WWE World on April 19th and 20th as part of the festivities surrounding WrestleMania weekend and everything. WWE World is going to feature many WWE legends and fan experiences and takes place at the Las Vegas Convention Center throughout WrestleMania weekend, which is great news. But that's not the only reason I suspect you've included it here in the news today, Tom.
Well,
what's this going to mean on the show?
Does this mean for WrestleMania? Well, it's been talked about for a little bit, and Steve Austin's done a couple of interviews where he has expressed interest in being part of WrestleMania, but hadn't had the phone call, hadn't got involved, hadn't been reached out to at this point. And what this does is it plants Steve Austin right in the middle of WrestleMania plans for WWE. He's also talked about how he would like to have been a part of previous WrestleManias in a different capacity, and of course lots of people reference the thing that he'd said in an interview a while back where he'd said that he has Cody's back if Cody needs it.
Yes. I wonder if that will end up happening. I imagine he'll appear on the show at some point, and you can put Steve Austin wherever you want in a WrestleMania show and the crowd are not going to be sad about it. But I wonder if he does get involved in the main event, would people accuse Triple H of maybe booking too similar a main event 2 years in a row, where we obviously had Cena and The Undertaker and The Rock all get involved, and it worked really well at the time in last year's big, spectacular main event. But if he does it again to try and save Cody once again, I don't know how well that'll go down. Live in the moment, very well.
In the moment, yeah.
But I wonder.
Yeah, it's a good opinion to have, and I hear what a lot of people say on that, including yourself, that it would feel very similar. And my mind's kind of turned a little bit on this year's WrestleMania, because I've said this in a previous news video, but it's a kind of a theory that I hold very strongly, is that I love the idea of Austin making a save for Cody, but maybe not this year.
Okay.
I feel like this is going to be, and again, this is something I've said a few times, I feel like this is going to be the Empire Strikes Back of WrestleMania.
Sad ending.
We had the happiest of endings last year. I think this is going to be the dark ending this year.
If I were...
All hope lost.
If I were forced to put my house on it, I would say probably Cena to win as well. But one thing I like is that I'm really not certain either way, and that's a good Mania main event right there, Tom.
It's a strong main event. I wouldn't put my house on the WrestleMania main event.
Don't do that.
Also, it's not firm enough, and chances are that the foundation would collapse. And also, not a good place to build a house on a WrestleMania main event.
And it's a Mania, not an in your house. So what
there you go. You build a house on in your house. You build a house on in your house.
Yes.
Sorry, we're all a little bit sleepy today. Also, bloody over the moon with Newcastle United winning yesterday, aren't we, Jack?
What have you done?
Just thought I'd mention
it. No, they were the better team of boys on the day.
Delighted. If you wonder why Ross isn't here, I think we know why.
He pre-booked it off. He hasn't just gone missing. He's in town.
He's somewhere in Trafalgar Square, upside down. So we know where Ross is, but where is the next Bloodline member?
Well, Fightful have reported on this, and they say Hikuleo hasn't wrestled since the June 9th, 2024 show that saw him lose those IWGP Tag Team titles in New Japan. However, Fightful have been told that he has been on the WWE internal roster for months. When they asked the main roster creative sources, they were told that they were made aware that he had signed, but wasn't factored into creative plans upon being signed. Fightful say they're working on an update about his status, but reiterate that he is listed internally as part of the company's roster.
So he's there, they're waiting for the right time to utilize him. There was talk that there was an injury that was sort of overhanging to wait to bring him in. I thought we might have seen him by now. I'd had kind of forgotten.
Yeah, but
he was there.
I suppose he's kind of a good ace in the hole. Like whenever the Bloodline storyline needs an extra twist or a little injection of pace or energy, then they've got a new member to bring in. And the way that they've debuted new Bloodline members so far has always been quite I think presented quite well. Commentary was like, oh God, who's this guy? And Hikuleo is really big and tall. So that'll look intimidating if and when that happens. There's no guarantee he'd be part of the Bloodline, but surely top.
As you say, it'd be a good boost of energy.
Yes.
Not unlike Gamer Supps GG Energy, which comes in a litany of great flavours. And if you're looking to save some money on actually buying canned energy drinks, or if you can't drink them like I can because of heart palpitations, this is a lovely alternative in a whole bunch of flavours. And if you're streaming tonight, if you're on Twitch, if you're gaming, this is a nice thing to have on your side just to keep that energy nice and tight. We've had the mango one for a little while upstairs. Grandma's Ashes is a flavour that I'm desperate to try, which comes from other content creators as well.
I've seen everyone go, oh my God, so congratulations guys on naming your own flavour.
We want our flavour soon.
Yeah.
Let's get our flavour.
Absolutely.
We'll do that. You can use the code...
Pachiti Potion.
Oh, the Pachiti Potion. Oh, we all love drinking Pachiti's Potion.
No, I've thought about it now and I take it back, actually.
You can use the code Cultaholic when you go to cultaholic.com/gamersupps. Not only do you get a free sample with free delivery to see whether this is the right stuff for you, but also you get 10% off your first order as well. Check it out, cultaholic.com/gamersupps. Cheers, lads. Survivor Series. I wouldn't even say it's round the corner. It is so far away that we have 3 service stations to go before we get there.
Oh, it's over the hills and far away. But Fightful have an update on this as well. They say Fightful Select has learned that San Diego, California is being considered for Survivor Series, with at least 2 sources noting that it's been listed internally for quite some time. They say we've not heard of a date for the show, though Thanksgiving weekend has been the case for the last 2 years, and traditionally is when Survivor Series. That was the reason it was invented, wasn't it? To combat Starrcade?
It was, I believe. Yes, it was.
So we need a big Thanksgiving show.
Yeah, it was an alternative to Starrcade, to go, hey, look, I think they were using it as leverage to get a lot of pay-per-view companies over to the WWF side as well. But it'd be nice to have Survivor Series somewhere warm, like San Diego.
Yes.
Do you know what that means in Spanish?
I don't want to say. And also, it's not true. It's bollocks, isn't it?
How dare you?
But,
you don't think it's real?
No, I don't believe
it.
I would hazard a guess to say that it stands for Saint Diego. But who knows, though, really?
I have no idea what you mean. Mercedes Mone, not going to be in San Diego. She's going to be somewhere slightly less warm. Doncaster.
Yes.
As part of RevPro's upcoming show in April.
This is exciting news for UK fans because yesterday at RevPro's Epic Encounter, Kanji defeated AEW star Deonna Purrazzo, and after the match, she received a video message call out from Mercedes Mone, who said that Kanji is next in line to ride the money train. It was then announced that Mercedes will make her first defense of her undisputed British women's title at high stakes against Kanji at, as Tom says, the Doncaster Dome on April 20th. It's going to be, she's been RevPro champion for a little while now. It's going to be a RevPro debut. She's got quite a busy schedule.
She's had a lot going on, bless her. I think she could really endear herself to the UK fans by not so much referring to it as the money train, but as the money rail replacement bus.
Yes.
That really inline her with the people of Doncaster, I do believe. Kanji getting the shot. I thought it was lovely. I watched a fan video of the moment where Monet told Kanji, "Hey, you're fighting me and Donny," and the crowd all start chanting, "You deserve it," to Kanji. It's a lovely moment, and then you just hear one voice boom through, going, "F her up, Kanji!" Yes, the crowd are going to be great.
Doncaster's a town in South Yorkshire, which still falls within the boundaries of Yorkshire. Well, it certainly does. It's weird that Mercedes Moné is coming to Yorkshire. That's strange.
I love it.
Good for all the Yorkshire people. Good for Andrew Hodkinson, all the Yorkshire folk.
All the Yorkshire people.
Joel from the podcast.
Yeah, my wife.
Oh, yes, of course.
She's Yorkshire lass. Yeah. You can tell when she's cross. She goes very Yorkshire. Love you.
Maybe Mercedes will pick up a bit of that when she'll come back to AW with a Yorkshire accent. Right now, I tell thee.
Tony, you're better a door than window. I'd love that.
Get on money train, come on. I love cricket.
I love cricket, no? Plans are afoot for an NXT call-up. 2-time NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez looks to be on their way to the main roster. I mean, we've seen her have a record performance in the Rumble. She'd had a great showing in the Elimination Chamber. And the feud with Bayley, according to Fightful Select, is basically going to be her pathway to the main roster.
Yeah, and also, I guess, acting and maybe as a bit of a farewell to the NXT brand as well. And it would suggest that a call-up for Roxanne is fast approaching. you're right. WWE have made no secret of the fact that she is destined for the main roster very soon. I think she even came runner-up in the Rumble, didn't she? She was the last one
She
eliminated by
the
Charlotte.
longest time in the Rumble and the runner-up to said Rumble.
Roxanne Perez is one of those wrestlers where I think she's still in her early 20s, and when you watch her, she's a natural. I'm not doubting that she's put in loads of hard work as well, but the way she moves in the ring is so smooth and everything. Clearly, she's got an amazing combination of hard work and just incredible natural flair for wrestling, and I think that it's a no-brainer to call her up to the main roster. The big thing that she's done in NXT, weirdly, I don't think even is really becoming a better in-ring worker. It's that she's managed to really nail down her promos, especially on the heel side of things, and that's only going to serve her well as well.
When you look at where she started and where she is now, she's come on in leaps and bounds. I think Raw after Mania,
That would be
or
fantastic.
SmackDown after Mania, depending on where Bayley falls. We're kind of in that weird bit now where everyone's sort of crossing the streams on brands and stuff. So,
and I think the Raw after Mania would be a particularly good shout because of obviously there's a lot of international audiences and, you know, quote, smarkier fans in attendance, and Roxanne Perez I think would get a guaranteed bigger reception there. She's got indie pedigree as well. She's done so much, and she's about what, I don't know how old. It's horrible. It's really horrible.
Youngsters, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Coming over here being all young,
Ugh.
livid with you.
I know.
For the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.